Infrastructure sector is a key driver for the Indian economy. It includes power, bridges, dams, roads, and urban infrastructural development. India can be considered as a good case study to use when discussing the problems that persist in a country that cannot rely on adequate critical infrastructure facilities such as roads, railways, power, and basic sanitation facilities. India wants to build 1 trillion worth of the infrastructure, but the government expects the private sector to fund half of it. The poor infrastructure hurts the Indian economy in numerous ways. It causes higher energy costs and irregular energy supplies for nearly every business and especially Indian emerging manufacturing sectors. It is more expensive to transport products across the country, and it creates delay at port, hamper exports, and delay at airports, which increases the cost of international freight. It makes India less attractive to invert foreign direct investments. It adds to the cost of living and limit the extent to which millions of India's lowest income families can escape extreme poverty. It also impacts the infrastructure that damages the reputation and potential of India's tourism industry. With the increase in urbanization, hence there have been government initiatives for urban infrastructural development, such as the Smart Cities Mission, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Housing for All, and Swachh Bharat Mission. Some key investments in the sector were attracted from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. It has also seen investments from private equity and venture capitalist investments that reached around 1,827 million in January to November 2018. Indian infrastructure sector also witnessed 91 mergers and acquisitions. With the aim to improve the infrastructural condition in our country and to also improve the quality of life and attract investments to the cities. There can be many improvements that can be done to the present implementations. Identifying the sectors where government is needed and the areas where the private sector is better positioned will help the government distribute the infrastructural projects between the private and the government sectors that will help the development of the infrastructure sector. Considering a distributed model for infrastructural projects will also be helpful, as announcement of large projects just get good headlines, but they always fall short of the expectations. Therefore, local community needs must be met by the infrastructural development projects that can only be done by a non-centralized or decentralized model. The projects designed with the local focus may seem less impressive, but they will help they have the potential to change the people's life faster. India is less burdened by the legacy of the infrastructure and have the opportunity to select innovative courses in development. Thus, the country can become a fast adopter of new technologies that can help them increase the infrastructure at a faster pace. Focusing on getting the projects right and not attracting the investments, India's saving rate is said to be high, and insurance companies and other pension funds are eager to invest in the infrastructure of the country. Therefore, the country should focus on well-structured projects and transparency. The main hurdle in such projects is the corruption that exists in the Indian environment. Making the investments now and reaping the benefits in the future will also have a good impact on the infrastructural projects. This can be said particularly true for the renewable energy resources in India, as India is spending giant amounts for importing fossil fuels. By leveraging its assets in the renewable energy potential, the country could reallocate these financial resources to other areas of the economy that can help support the development of the renewable resources. The infrastructure part and also other sectors as well.